Join me as I take on the challenge of surviving a whole week of parenting while keeping my sense of humor intact. Parenting is a wild ride, folks. And let's be real, it can get overwhelming pretty quickly. From tantrums to messy rooms, and from sleepless nights to endless questions of, Mom, why? It's a miracle we make it out alive some days. But here's the thing. Laughter is the best medicine. And I truly believe that humor is the secret sauce to not only surviving parenthood, but actually enjoying it. Sleep deprivation is no joke, guys. I mean, who needs coffee when you have a toddler who refuses to sleep through the night, right? And don't even get me started on the state of our home. I'm pretty sure I've lost a few brain cells just from stepping on Legos in the dark. But in all seriousness, finding that balance between work and family life is a daily struggle. Some days I feel like I'm barely hanging on by a thread, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that feeling. One of the biggest challenges I face as a parent is trying to keep my cool when my kids are pushing every single one of my buttons. I mean, who else can turn a simple trip to the grocery store into a full-blown drama festival? But what I've learned is that when I take a step back, breathe, and try to find the humor in the situation, everything becomes a little more manageable. Like the time my kid poured an entire box of cereal on the floor and then looked up at me with a straight face and said, "I made breakfast." Yeah, that was a real proud mom moment right there. So how do I cope with the chaos? Well, for starters, I've learned to laugh at myself. I mean, let's be real, we're all a little ridiculous sometimes. And when all else fails, I put on some silly music and have a dance party with my kids. Trust me, it's a game changer. And when we're in the midst of a tantrum, I like to make silly faces and voices to try and diffuse the situation. It doesn't always work, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? One of the funniest moments that always makes me laugh is when my kid decided to reorganize my closet. Let's just say it was interesting. I walked into my room and everything was just scattered everywhere. I mean, we're talking clothes, shoes, accessories, the works. And my kid was just standing in the middle of it all, looking like they were on top of the world. I couldn't help but laugh. I mean, who needs a tidy closet when you can have a kid who thinks they're a professional organizer? But in all seriousness, parenting is hard, guys. It's exhausting, it's emotional, and it's overwhelming. But what I've learned is that when we laugh, when we find the humor in the chaos, it makes all the difference. It brings us closer together as a family. It helps us to not take ourselves too seriously. And it reminds us that even in the toughest of times, there's always something to be grateful for. So, to all my fellow parents out there, let's raise a glass to surviving parenthood with humor. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've got a funny parenting story to share, please drop it in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more parenting tips, tricks, and hilarious moments. See you in the next video.